Hi there, this is Beccawitch, and I'm one of your Saturdays. Now, I thought what a better way to start off this than by starting out. Do a video starting out how I started my diet plan, my fitness plan, my overall wellness plan. And I just want to give you some of the little tips that I got from others that have worked for me. Now, anything that I'm going to share with you, it's nothing that I haven't tried. It's nothing that has not worked for me. So, but keep this in mind. Something that works for me might not work for you. You might want to take a different approach, which is completely fine, but I'm just going to tell you what I've done. So, to start out, I realized one night, sitting in front of this computer, what I was doing. I'm an emotional eater. I kind of knew that always. But when I sat here with, I had Gardettos, and I had pop, and I had popcorn in front of me, and little pieces of candy here and there, I realized I'm sitting down, not doing anything, in front of the computer, shoving my face full of all this food and all this sugar, and what's it doing? It's just adding up in my body, and that is why I'm gaining weight. Now, I couldn't help the stress at the time that was happening in my life. There was a lot of different events going on, and that might have been some of it could have been avoided actually, but some wasn't. But I have to learn how to control my emotional eating. So I decided, in order to go on this weight loss plan, that I needed to start taking baby steps. I looked at other videos, I looked at their plans, I looked through books, and a lot of them say take baby steps, because those baby steps turn into bigger steps and something that you're able to take with you in life and keep with you in your everyday life. And one of my biggest things was the soda intake, soda and pop. I was drinking 5 to 6 cans a day, which equaled out to be about 1.5 cups of sugar or so, because I drank Mountain Dew. I didn't drink any diet. I didn't drink anything that was, lower in calorie. It was Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is one of the worst soft drinks. I love the stuff, but it is horrible for you. So I decided to switch from my Mountain Dew to Pepsi. And usually it's a cherry Pepsi. I just like the taste better. Not that it's any better really, but I don't know. I just figured switching to Pepsi from Mountain Dew would be easier for me. And then instead of drinking the 5 to 6 cans or more a day, I went down to 3 cans a day. Figured, okay, if I go to 3 cans, I'm fine. And then I went from the 3 cans to the 1 can. And all last week, and actually part of the week before, I was drinking just 1 can of soda a day. If maybe sometimes I wasn't drinking any. And it seemed to work for me. Well, now I've made a goal for this week to drink 3 cans total all week. And I'm a very visual person, so I came up with this idea. And actually, there was somebody who made an affirmation board, and you have little affirmations. I am pretty, I'm smart, yada, yada, yada. This is my goal. Yeah. These are my goals. Now, I didn't have one of these boards before this week. I just got it a few days ago because I am a very visual person. That's why I come to YouTube and I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, is because what I take from any educational videos on here, I will keep with me. I was going to get a cork board, but because this is overall wellness, not just my physical and food, that type of thing, I decided to go with a dry erase board. And as you can see, you can erase it anytime you want. This is going to save paper. If I would have gotten a cork board, if I would have gotten those note cards like I wanted, I was going to put note cards just all over the board, same goals, but then I would end up throwing it away. So this is much easier. Now, I don't know if these markers are green or anything. I just got a package of 8 different colors because I'm a very colorful person, and it works for me. But I know this will save trees, and that is something that, you know, I definitely want to do. So anyhow, I'm going to turn this around so I can read it. My weekly goals include, instead of 1 can of Pepsi a day, I will drink only 3 cans all week. I will do something outside every day for 30 minutes. Like I said, I would come in from work and I would stay in here all day. I would play with the dogs when I first got home. And of course, you know, they got fed and stuff. But I was really not spending enough quality time with them. And I've got 4. Actually, I've got 2 and my brother has 2 next door. But still, all 4 of them need attention. So that's one of my things, is just to do something outside. It could have been gardening or, you know, doing something outside. I will exercise twice this week. Now, for some people, they think to exercise every day of the week is the way to go. For me, it's not. For me, I'm not going to a doctor before I start an exercise routine. I'm not, like on The Biggest Loser, I don't have a personal trainer here pushing me. You know, I don't have the doctors around if something happens to me. So I'm starting out small. So twice a week, I think that's great. It could be including 45 to an hour worth of walking. It could be an aerobics exercise video, because I've got tons of those here. Just twice a week. That's my goal. I will meditate 3 times this week. Now, I do meditate, but it's on a need-be basis pretty much. Like when I need to talk to the God and Goddess, I will meditate, of course, and I will try to listen. What I don't do is meditation on a daily basis. And that is something that I would like to do no matter what. Take 10 minutes, 15 minutes out of my day to meditate, to reconnect really with the God and the Goddess, and to help me on my spiritual path, and to show me the way, and to give me the strength and the courage to continue this. That is something that is very, very important to me. My next goal is I will bring my lunch to work and my breakfast to work with me. This is something that I've actually changed. Instead of coming home from work every day and wasting gas and producing, you know, all the carbon and stuff into the atmosphere by driving home, 5 minutes back to my house, 5 minutes back to work, I'm staying there. This is something that I have not done in almost 11 years of working there. I always went home for lunch. I'm starting to stay there for lunch. I would go to a convenience store once in a while on my way home, and I would pick up a sandwich there. It'd be like a cheeseburger or a ham and Swiss cheese, gooey, greasy madness sandwich, or, you know, something like that. So instead, I'm going to bring something healthy with me to work. Not only is it helping the environment by not driving my car quite so much, helping my wallet, you know, not spending the gas money, but it's also going to help me eat healthier. I will eat a piece of fruit each day. I will eat less meat and more veggies. I will cook more at home instead of eating out, and I will drink more water. Oh my gosh, I do not drink enough water. I drink maybe about 3 or 4 glasses a day, maybe, and it's recommended 8 to 10 glasses of water each week, or each day. So yeah, those are my goals that I want to achieve. If you start out small, that small goal will turn into something bigger. So that's my tips for this week. I will have more next week, and I hope you guys are all enjoying the weekend. Get outside, get away from the computer for a little while, do something fun, exercise, just go out and live life. So everyone have a great weekend, and I will talk to you all soon. Blessed be.